Alright, I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's good. Let's go ahead and start the streaming. Ads should be done real soon. So yeah, let's go ahead. Alright. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Yeah, I've been wanting to get back to actually learning more about nvim. I have been busy all throughout the weekend. Oh, I haven't had a single moment to get on the computer. Well, okay, I have had some time. I was able to stream a little bit in the morning here and there, but for the most part, I have been very busy. And doing a bunch of random things, no less. My wife, she really likes Monster Hunter now. It's this latest game that Capcom made. Actually, I wouldn't exactly say latest. It's a couple years old. A year and a bit old now. But yeah, she's really into that right now. So I was spent all yesterday just running around hunting monsters. I think my legs want to fall off with the amount of walking I did. Alright, so what we're doing today is we're going to continue learning about nvim. There seems to be an awful lot of stuff we need to figure out, because it is a very complicated program. Oh, but it seems very useful too. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop on in and start messing with it. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of things we should quickly review. What did we learn on Friday? So on Friday we learned... Okay, on Friday we learned that if you type in a number, 555 and then a capital G, we go directly there. Which is very useful to get to locations. We also learned that I can do X for delete a character. I can push I to insert, so we can start putting things back in. We also learned that if I push D, it'll bring up the delete command, and then from here we can start just deleting a whole bunch of random things. So DD should delete an entire line. I actually don't see another D, but DD deletes an entire line, and DW deletes a word. Yeah, so as you can see here, I'm just deleting words by hitting DW. Likewise, I can press C. Oh, actually, I remember if I put, okay, what else did we learn? Let's see, 314G. Yeah, there's the double Ds. I also remembered if we push slash, I can then type in a command. There are no raccoons in here. Yeah. Where did all the raccoons go? Oh, we can't have that. No, we can't have that. There has to be raccoons all over the place. We'll put one here, and we'll put one right here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we have to have raccoons all out and about. Let's see, any other fun things we picked up? I remember there was something about inserting. Oh, U is undo command. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, control... Was it control N? N is go back, and then control N is go... or maybe not. Okay. I see N... Oh, we need to... We're still searching for raccoon by the looks of it. Because N and control N will be going back. It should be finding these two, right? Let's continue reading. Let's go on down and continue reading. So we have U, which will undo the last command. Here it is, here it is. So DW is delete word. Delete money. will delete from the cursor at the end of the line that you typed. Delete DD will delete the entire sentence, and then 2W will do a motion. So I can push 2DD and it'll delete 2 lines. Or I can push 100DD and it'll delete the entire document. Actually, let's try that. 100DD. And I think that worked. Let's undo that. Okay then. Oh, I know. 1,000,000 DD. Aha, okay. Good to know. You have to be careful with your numbers. So replace is... Oh, R. R enters insert mode. So let's see here. Let's go here. We'll change this to navigate. Oh. I think R is supposed to be replaced, right? R. Ah, I see. Oh, yeah. Let's get back down here. Okay, let's get back down here. Where is it? I see P for put. Put the previous deleted item. It's pretty much the copy paste, but instead they changed the wording to yank and put. For instance, we can yank this one, and then we can simply go down and put it here. If we hold Shift and P, it should place it right on the line we're on instead of the one below it. If that's the case, we should probably go grab C as well. And we'll put it right here. There we go. Nice. The replace command. Type RX to replace a character that you want. Oh, yeah. I remember. It's supposed to just replace that one instance. So if we go in, let's navigate. Here we go. Oh. Let's see here. Navigation. We'll simply change RN. There we go. Navigate. And then likewise, we can do the same thing here. Someone press the... Here it is. We should probably... Okay, we should probably change this one here. There we go. I have fat fingers. I keep wanting to... I'm not used to JK being up and down. I'm more used to J and L being left and right, with K being down. My motor skills on my left hand are impacting the motor skills on my right hand. So, yeah. It's going to be a bit difficult. I'm effectively having to unlearn all of my years as keyboard gaming. I don't know if anybody remembers this. Maybe it's because of I play all generations of games. But there used to be an entire series, I guess you could say time period. This entire time period where all the games used to use the arrow keys. For the longest time, it wasn't WASD. It was up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, and right arrow. So if you ever wanted to play... I don't know. If you ever wanted to play Chip's Challenge, or Jumpman, or... I don't know, what was the name of the one with the crocodile? Or actually, those were alligators, but you get the idea. You always had to use the arrow keys, so that is some ancient neuron pathways I'm having to rewrite. Oh boy. Alright, let's see here. To change until the end of a word, type CE. Alright. Place the cursor on the U. Okay, so move the cursor. There we go. CE. Oh. And it just deletes the entire word. Or the... Alright. And we'll put in here lump. Type CE. Type CE for the correct word. In this case, line. That did not happen. Oh yeah, that did not happen. I just saw CE just deleted the word. What is going on here? C next of end word. I see. Well, C means C is the change button, so I guess it's another way of just making edits to the code. All right. Good to know. So, all right. And then here we'll put this. Oh, there we go. And then words. Hey, Erton. How's it going? I am trying to learn more about nvim, and I am having lots of trouble with my finger placements. I'm just not used to using my right hand this particular way. Need lots of practice. All right, let's continue heading down. Let's see here. Change operations. C number motion. So the motions can be the same as word, end of line. All right, so let's go here. And it says C5E. And that deleted the... Oh. I see. All right. So in other words, it'll just delete a bunch of words. That's why you avoid it. Yeah, it's having... I'm having to relearn. As I was commenting earlier, I remember playing games like Chip's Challenge, where you would constantly be using your right hand to navigate your character around, because there was always arrow keys. The WASD was a much later invention, I guess you could say, in PC gaming. So I'm having to overwrite some really old neurons in my brain here. Let's see. Cursor locations. Control G. Oh yeah, Control G. This will tell us all of the information we need to know about where we are located in the line. For instance, this contains 1,016 lines of text. And we're at 46%. All right, nice. GG will move to the bottom, or capital G will move to the bottom. GG will do the start of the file. All right, and then if I type in, where were we? I think it was 400G. Yeah, here we go. All right then. Oh yeah, there should be a way to navigate back, wasn't there? Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, it's not Control G, not Shift G. I don't think it was the ends. Oh, I forget. What was that navigation number? Let's go down and look. Maybe we'll see it. We were here earlier. You suffered while learning it. Yes, yes. I think I tried to touch on this topic on Friday. The brain is surprisingly very malleable, but at the same time, it's very lazy. If you have neural patterns that mimic or are very similar to what you're learning, then effectively you're going to have a huge fight in your brain on, do you use forming the new connections. This is one reason why for those who learned to play like Guitar Hero, it's even harder to learn guitar at that point, because you already have neurons that are in place to make you play a certain way, and you have to effectively learn a completely different pathway, which requires a completely different set of neurons. I learned a lot about this when we were doing studies with mice. We were trying to measure the arm movements in a mouse, trying to see if different particular arm movements would change the firing patterns in the brain. Okay, to be fair, I worked with zebrafish. This experiment here was a coworker's, and I helped out a lot when it came to designing code, and helped out a lot when it came to processing his data. So I didn't exactly work on it, but I definitely was helping him. And yeah, looking through the data, it was quite so shocking to see just how often similar areas in the brain fire when you're doing tasks that are almost not one-to-one identical, but very close, very similar. Alright, search command. Oh yeah, it's N. Oh yes, I remember that. That's why we were putting raccoons everywhere. Actually, I thought it was this, and then we type in raccoon. There we go. And then I can press N to find the next one. There we go. We need to navigate with our raccoons. Yeah, here we go. So what's the idea behind this channel? It is to program. The general idea is to... the idea is to program. Have fun programming, learning new things, and ultimately just enhancing and building up a skill set. As I've mentioned before, I'm kind of in between jobs right now because the company I was working for decided, you know what? ChatGPT seems like a good model. Why don't we just use ChatGPT for doing data analytics and a lot of the other things? So I was replaced by an AI. And as such, I figured, why not just have fun learning new things while I'm in between jobs. Hence why we're doing this. I think one of the big... Yeah, I know it is. It's very aggravating. Very, very aggravating. For me, when it comes to programming, I'm an analyst by trade, so everything that I think about involves how I would analyze data. And the job that hired me for work, they said they were looking for an analyst position, but they really weren't looking for an analyst position. So I'm trying to pick up a lot of the other details that I needed to fill the role, and I was doing quite well until ChatGPT 4 came out, and then they're like, oh, this looks very good. Everyone should start using it. And that was the end. I think I would go insane if I had to do that. I really do. I cannot sit idly and not learn anything. It might, as I said earlier, it might just be my brain. there's a very silly... Let's see here. There's a very, very silly test that a lot of people have been having fun doing. I think you might have heard of it. It's called the... Oh, balls. What is it called? I forget what the test is called. Okay, but the idea is that it is ESTP, INTJ, ENTP, ISTJ. You know, it's these things. I forget what this is. I forget what the personality test thing is called, but you have 16 of them. And I did it largely because my wife wanted to do it, but pretty much when we worked on it, I found out I am INTJ, which is supposed to be an architect. At least that's what they claim. It is the most antisocial of the bunch. And they are always constantly learning things. And I'm sitting there thinking, that sounds very much like me. If you put me in a room, I will... If you put me in a room by myself, I will gladly sit there. I will definitely be doing something. You have seen a colleague doing that. Yeah, part of the channel was also to try and help me be less introverted, because it's a bit shocking when you score 100 in introvert and then you score 97 in the thinking. I think let's do a quick peek so I can actually oh, I did clear this out last time. Let's see here. Yeah, it's hilarious if you look at this personality test thing. Yeah, this is it. Where are your grades? They're not showing them. Profile or terms? No, that's the team blog. No, we want the terms. Okay, fine then. We'll go to the INTJ. Let's see here. We're just looking for the general terms that they provide. Like what the I means, what the T means, what the J means. Anyway, I don't want to get too distracted. The main point is, if you look here, I is introverted and T is thinking. I scored a 100 on introvert and a 97 on thinking. As such, when people talk to me, they say I talk like a robot, and it's I'm very direct when it comes to responses. So, yeah, even more like a robot. Anyway. I have not tried the palm reading. It would be interesting to see. I have a suspicion that a lot of people will be getting very similar readings of palms. Oh, it's surprising. A lot of people say I have a very nice voice. Apparently, I have a very fluid voice, which is nice to hear, easy on the ears. The amount of inflection that I provide in my voice, though, is extremely limited. Oh, what are we doing? Okay, let's get down here. So Control G is to navigate. Then we put a number G to move to line. Capital G goes to the end, and GG goes to the top. Oh, present while goes to match it. I have a podcast. I might have to start doing podcasts. Ooh, that sounds very fun. I actually been wanting to do that. If you look at a lot of the videos I posted on YouTube, these are, I think, a year old now. Actually, let me go ahead and show it because I want to show it. I actually had the idea of doing these types of videos. However, okay, one moment. Let's see here. Not logged in. Yeah, here we go. These old ones right here. these are all sciencey based videos I put together thinking, hey, it's kind of fun. Now, one of my biggest problems is that the amount of information I want to put in is a lot more detailed and more science heavy than what actually most people are willing to listen to. So let's see. I think it might be this one in particular. I actually streamed a bunch of different charts to try and explain what's going on. And I think this one as well. Yeah, I tend to... I don't know the exact cutoff where it goes from being too much information to not enough. Because for me, you know, you could spend hours just explaining things to me, and I would love hearing all about it. This is, I can name hundreds of channels, actually. I could probably identify hundreds of channels that I've watched, and they're really, really dry, but man, they're so interesting to listen to and learn from. So typing % while the cursor is in there goes to its match. To substitute new for the first and old line, type :s/old/new. To substitute new with all... Alright. I don't think I need to know those. How to execute an external command. So, : exclamation. Type a familiar command, : and set the cursor to the bottom of the screen. This allows you to enter the command line command. Now, type exclamation character. This allows you to execute any external shell command. As an example, type ls. Alright. I'm going to type ll instead. Shell returned. What do you mean it's not found? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now I'm very curious. Get back. Let's see here. Why is this not found? The ll command. If you go to ll is the... Because ll will list everything for you. ls will list... It'll just list the... is a very small standard way of listing things. There's some Linux shenanigans going on here. I am very curious. One moment while we go down this weird rabbit hole. One moment. That is an AI overview. Maybe the AI will explain things. The ls command, short for list, is a fundamental command that lists files within the directories. By default, ls lists only the names of the files and directories in the working station, excluding hidden files. For those, you need to type in -h-l or -t. ll is a standalone command, but rather a common alias for ls -l. This alias is typically defined in the user's shell configuration, bash rc or zrc. When executed is command. Interesting. Maybe. That might actually be very... Let's see here. Let me look at Flutter. Is it this one? I know what I'm hoping to do is hop over to learn some Go. It seems like a lot of places like Go, a lot of companies that I see, they like Go. Oh, this looks fun. This is building an app, right? Flutter transforms the development process to build and test. Flutter is an open source framework for building beautifully native compiled multi-platform applications in a single code base. Widget build context, return scaffold, app. Why does this feel like it might be an extrapolation of Java? Yeah, I think Go would be... Yeah, as I mentioned, a lot of companies I'm aware of, they like Go. It's either Go or Python. Yes, it is JavaScript. Aha. Okay, then. Oh... I might have to pick... Well, since I'm going to be as I'm updating my database code, I might have to pick this up pretty soon because I would actually like to be able to look at my database through my phone. I think it would be very fun to do that. So we will definitely have to do that. It looks like another layer that goes on top of JavaScript. Dart. Ah, Dart and Flutter. In fact, I just saw you mentioned it. You mentioned Dart. I might have to look into this. I'm going to bookmark this. Because it looks fun. It looks very fun. And I definitely wouldn't mind learning it. Learning journey. Let's see here. Flutter is a popular choice for developers due to its ease of use, rich functionality, and ability to create beautiful UIs. Oh, what is he saying? What are you saying? There's a low barrier for entry. Since you don't know HTML, JavaScript. That's what it sounds like. It might be a good level to start at for learning JavaScript, or because I'm not a front-end developer. Most of my work has been in the back end. I did lots of C++, I did lots of MATLAB, Python, all back-end things. So my front end is severely lacking. So it would be good to hop in here then and mess with it. I think it would be quite fun. Full functional programming language. Got it. I will keep that in mind. JS was a mistake. Hey, where am I? What do you mean it was a mistake? No program was a mistake. It's just the one that just got popular. Have you seen the family tree of programs? It's quite crazy to see how much it branches off. There are some programming languages that I would love to go learn if I have time. Ooh. Oh, I'm not going to say that there's hey, Ren, how's it going? I'm not going to say that it's good or bad or ugly. All programming languages have their particular problems. I'm guessing JavaScript, given the animosity JavaScript is getting, I'm going to guess that it might have more problems than solutions. It kind of reminds me of Visual Basic a bit. I remember Visual Basic was supposed to be a programming language for everybody, and they had us spend how many? Like a year and a half learning it? I've never touched Visual Basic again since. We are currently trying to learn nvim. I mostly use PyCharm in my programming. In fact, the two projects that I'm working on, they are both Python focused. One is building an application for animating a bunch of pictures. Because right now, my setup, my avatar, you can kind of see who's bobbing around and very expressive. He's designed in a very abstract way, in a sense that I created a bunch of videos, and then I'm overlaying the different components of the video to simulate this type of animation. And for me, I'm thinking I should probably just make a video buffer and send compiled images of my avatar as I need them. This way, I don't have to create the thousands upon thousands of, MOV files or AVI files to get it working. The other one is a project, which it is it's a database of tracking all of the ROM hacking data. So because of the fact that I'm using, these are both in Python, yeah, well, yeah. Python, you'll be amazed how many companies use Python for database structures. It is quite amazing. But yeah, because of the fact that these two are Python based, I've been using PyCharm. However, I want to start learning Golang. Particularly, I want to learn Golang so that I can rewrite my little code I wrote for animating my guy in a different language, because Python's just not fast enough. It's just not fast enough to do what I want it to do. Takes up too many resources as well. And I figured, why not learn Go? I see. Yeah. Python. Oh, well. As I said, all languages have their pros and their cons. It really is. You depend on which one you want to use. Yeah, I had been quite fortunate in my learning, or maybe unfortunate, because a lot of my, but yeah, this is why I'm learning nvim, because I want to standardize all of the programming languages I'm going to learn in a single IDE, and nvim seemed to be the best option. So this is kind of why we're here learning it. But when it came to learning languages, I learned whatever the project demanded me to learn. I mean, that's the way of science. You learn what's available. And what was available was actually MATLAB. My first project was written in MATLAB. Have you heard of this? I'm pretty sure many people have heard of this. There's a software called MATLAB. This is trying to be C, but it wants to be a very simplified version of it. And at the same time, it wants to also kind of have its cake as well, as in that it wants to be a very powerful IDE. So it works when you need it, but if you want to do anything outside of whatever it provides, then sorry for you. But yeah, my first project was in MATLAB. And then the second project that I worked on happened to be a combination of MATLAB and C++. And the reason why is because, well, I was messing with Raspberry Pi. So, and then the third project was Python. And then sadly, it's been Python ever since. So yeah, these are the three main languages I ended up picking up during my work. So I'm kind of hoping to branch out a bit. Have I using Linux? Actually, we're running Linux right now. I am programming on a Linux box. You can kind of see the name up here. I call it Mini Boxy. Why? Because it's a miniature box. If you join my Discord, you'll see that I have a lot of weird names for weird things. It's more fun when the words are fancy and memorable. I could just call this Linux Box, or Linux Box 01. But no, he's a Mini Boxy. If I could rhyme Linux with a more bouncy name, I would definitely call it that. All right, anyway, let's get back to this. So Control W is write. Choose a file name that does not exist yet, such as twrite. This saves the current file under the name test. To verify, type :!ls, and :! is to run a command. So :!ls will provide us with this. We should actually, you know what? We should probably quit real quick. And we should head over to PyCharm projects. Let's see here. PDF to EPUB. There we go, and we were, what, around 500? There we go, okay. Here we go. Hey, well, Friday and today, actually. Today I'm trying to learn more about nvim. I need to learn if I'm going to expand out beyond just writing Python code. I don't want to have 1,000 different IDEs available. I do know I could use VS Code, but I don't want them stealing my code that I'm writing and then training their models for it. If I remember, Windows, isn't it Windows who owns VS Code? They said that anything that was written in VS Code might be liable for training models, even if you have not committed it to a Git repo. So yeah, screw them. I don't want my code being used to train their models to replace me. It's flashy. I always thought it was kind of I always thought it was very minimalistic. Let's see, it's an only problem compiles at runtime wherever you're executable, which make it even small programming big. On the other hand, you'll have to download the runtime spec, like .NET. Learning nvim is great. In the future, you might want to SSH to a server. No VS Code there. Very true, very true. Actually, to be fair, my old workplace, I actually would have preferred if they would have had us learn nvim, because I think it would be far better, because we could easily SSH all around. But because of the fact that they were adamant about using PyCharm, so what they ended up having us do was we would set up an SSH to securely connect to a server, and then we would run a separate program which would create a bridge so that I could then load up PyCharm as an application on the computer to run. So I was SSHing to a server, and then the server was sending back a connection to PyCharm. It was a very funny setup. I needed like 6 programs on it on the computer just to get it to work. Control O. To repeat, oh wait, is Control I? Oh, there it is. O and I. Aha! I found it. I was wondering about this because Friday, we were talking about ways to go forward and back from doing edits, and I couldn't remember what they were. So it's Control O and Control I. Nice. I'll need to remember that. So if I want to go find, so let's type this. Let's go find the raccoons in here. Oh yeah, there's no raccoons. All right, let's. Okay then. Let's go here. There you go. Raccoons are in the text. Now let's go back to where we were. Here we go. And then raccoons. There it is, raccoon. And then Control U, and we can go. There's O. Sorry, Control O, and there we go. Aha! Nice. That is really good to remember. Control I and Control O. That is going to save my. That is going to save my butt. Actually, quick question. I just had an idea, and I'm very curious. Actually, let's head back. Here we go. Let's see. I'm very curious. Does it... Let's see here. I don't have any programs yet. Quit? Exit? How do I get out? Okay. I need to learn how to leave. I need to learn how to leave that. All right. But yeah, I was just wondering if we go to a different file, will it navigate back to the other file? So I'm here in Tutor. Let's hit Command and type in press escape to quit telescope. All right, thanks, Rin. I was wondering what I need to push. I'm pushing Q and P and like trying to remember what other ones to push. Tab. So escape. Let's go to the help. Oh, all right, it loaded up. Now let's type in Control O. Let's see. I think it was, remember, it was Control H, right? Or Control Shift H. Nope. I'm trying to remember. We had discussed it on Friday that I could navigate up to the top in order to go to a different location, but I'm kind of trying. What was? Oh, but it did navigate back. Let's see. Let's continue going through the. What was that? Oh, there was nothing. All right. Okay, let me continue navigating through here. It might tell me how to go through the different tabs. So Control G will your location in the file. G goes forward. G. Typing slash will find a word going forward. Typing J will find, or question mark will find a word going backwards. Then you can navigate through the ends. Control I and Control O will go to the previous two positions. Then typing % while on the cursor within here, it will go to what matches it. To substitute new for the first line. To substitute new for all olds in the type line. Oh, this is the substitute. Actually, maybe I should learn more about the substitutes. Let's see here. If I push that S. Okay. Let's go up real quick. This might be what Primogen was showing off earlier. There's an entire line of things called substitutions. And what you can do is effectively you can select a series of words and then just make a bunch of modifications within the lines. Here it is, substitute. Move the cursor to the line below and then type :S. The :S command only changes the first matching word the. Okay. So Control or Shift S, and then let's see here, Shift S, or now type Add a G, okay. I think maybe they actually want me to type the entire thing. Let's do that. The G. All right. Let's go down and try that again. By adding G means to substitute globally in the line changes all occurrences of the in the line. Why don't we try this again? S slash the, and we'll change it to raccoon G. Oh, that is going to be very powerful. Oh, that is good. I like that. Ooh, I like that a lot. So, okay then, let's go down here real quick. Adding G to change every occurrence in the character string between the two lines. So, to change every occurrence of a character string between two lines, type that, comma, S slash old slash new G. Where hash are the number, the line number. Oh, okay. Those are the line numbers. Got it. So this will be 5, let's go with 550 to 555. I wonder if that's what it's supposed to be. Oh, I think that is the case. Interesting. Yeah, I'm really going to have to write all this down. It is there's so much to learn. It's like going to college class all over again. Except this time, there's no professors that you can go bother with your silly questions. You never use these. I see. I'm not surprised. I have a strong suspicion that a lot of the commands I'm learning, I will quickly forget because I probably won't find much use for them. The substitute one, for instance, it seems like it'd be very useful, especially when I'm trying to rename a bunch of functions a bunch of variables in a function. But besides that, I can't really think of anywhere else. Plus, I might decide I'm going to rename this function or the name of this variable, and as such, I'll just rewrite the code anyway. Let's see. I know. I'm very curious. If I type this, that, and then we will do RF space slash. I wonder if this would actually work. This was a command people were telling me it would get rid of all the French language. I am too afraid to test it, though. I will not do that. I think that I'd rather not I'd rather not delete my entire hard drive. It's very dangerous to have I understand why one would want to do it, to be able to execute command line code in nvim, but gotta be very cautious. Oh, here we go, here we go. Here's some summaries. So here's what we can do. Oh, actually it would work. Here it is. It actually says that it will work. I could delete my entire hard drive if I did it. And it's RM, not RF. Control W, which will be write. Write the current nvim file to the disk with the name. Let's see here. Our :R reads the output of the ls command and puts it below in the current. Oh. Let's try that. Let's try that. I want to try that. So Shift R, or I mean :R, and then that ls. It just put down src. Let's try again. So this time we'll pick. Actually, LL wasn't working, so okay, we'll just type in. Let's see here. We'll just type in ls again. I know. R. We'll do that. mkdir. And then we'll simply call this pi. Did it work? Okay. We need to get to home. Thank you. Projects. Well, it did make pi. I'm glad it made pi. It didn't notify it. It didn't put the output in though, so so that means you definitely have to expect an output. Good to know though. I don't know if I'll use it much. Maybe when I am trying to work with servers and the server will be producing output, then we can use it for that. A is to insert after the cursor. Alright. R is to replace the characters. Then there's copy paste or yank and pull. Type Y to copy and P to put. Okay. You can use the Y operator, like YW, to yank words. Oh, let's try that. That sounds like it'll be very useful. And there we go. YW. And then from here, let's go ahead and start go ahead and put this down. Oh, whoops. There we go. You can also do yap to yank a paragraph. Oh, let's try that. Let's try that. We'll do that here. So, YAP. Oh, wow. Okay, then. That'll make things I wonder if it'll go all the way to the end of a function. If it does, then that will be very, very useful. If it's just to the end of the paragraph, though, that's still quite useful as well. Man, nvim is very complicated. It does. Oh, I like the sound of that. Oh, I like the sound of that. Just 3 button commands and I can copy an entire function. That would be great. Because in Python, at least, I have code for making everything singletons, and it's usually just a bunch of copy and pasting. So going to that function of code, typing YAP, will greatly make things much quicker. Actually, thinking about it, let's hop over there. ROM database. So let's see here, where... We are currently looking for... Which one are we looking for? We are looking for services. Here we go. Ah, here it is. Okay, not that one. Or that one. Actually, I'm a bit surprised. Okay, maybe we should look up the... Alright. Let's see here. This should be the... browser service. Why is that empty? Okay. I think I need to hop out real quick. Go to SRC, the source code. There we go. That should make searching a little bit easier. There it is right there. Singleton code. It's in the MongoDB service right now. I have a bunch of these here, but you can kind of see it right here. In this set of code, if you look, you'll see I have this data right here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I have this data right here. It's for creating singletons in Python. Quite useful when you have a big project and you want to keep a single instance. But yeah, there's an awful lot of copying and pasting this all over the place. So quite useful. Anyway, let's close this. Let's get back to Tutor. We were at 555. Let's continue heading down. Soon, hopefully I'll be able to find out how to close. As I said, I remember there's a way to navigate tabs, but I forgot. I remember we had a nice discussion about it earlier. Use the colon character at the bottom of the screen, and this will appear. Type wtest, where test is the file name that does not exist yet. Verify that you see this. Before you press enter, NeoVim will write the selected lines to the file. Use :ls to see it. Do not remove it yet. You will use it for the next lesson. Oh, okay. Oh, we have homework. There we go. W test. Marker is not set. But you need to highlight it with in visual mode. I see. You don't. I don't have to type though. Okay. I see. All right. Move the cursor to a line. Press V to move the cursor. Press V to move the cursor to the 5th line below. Oh. There we go. So push V to highlight text. Okay. Then that. Oh, I see. And then from here, write test. There needs to be a space. And there, okay. I get it. So in other words, we push this, and then we can start pushing up and down to navigate our selection. All right. And then I push V again to stop selecting. V enters visual mode. And you can go up, down, left, right. We can press Y to yank. G for last line. Okay. Alright, so it's all about copying. Nice. Alright, let's see here. That will also be quite useful. It's very fun. Very fun to see all of the different commands. To retrieve the contents of the file, press Control R file name. Okay. Control R test. Okay, not Control R, sorry. That R, and then the file name. One moment. Yeah, capital T. I see it. Capital T. I see the test. All right then. That R. Test. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. Ah, so this way we can copy and paste the contents from a file. All right. That means I can write functions in a different file and then just bring them over if I want them. Interesting. You can also read the output. Alright, so this is what we've learned. Command ls, command removed directory or file name. Oh, we should probably try that. Remove test. Alright then, and let's confirm that. Let's see here. Sorry, my brain is going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. There we go. Okay then. And then if I... Alright, alright. Good to know, good to know. O to open a line below the cursor. I see. So that's insert mode, but opening up a new line. It's interesting to see. There's just like 19... There's so many different ways to do certain things, like inserting lines, moving files around, deleting files. And they're all just slightly different. O is very useful. I could imagine. Because usually you'd want to go, oh, I want to insert line here. Oh no, we're being raided. Oh, unleash the dogs. Oh yeah, we're being raided. How's it going, Zacher? It is going well. It is going well. We are busy learning nvim. Pretty much we're trying to learn a new IDE today. Sadly I don't today I don't have a huge amount of stream or a lot of time for actual programming. So today I figured we can continue learning nvim and then practice it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Yeah, I have to be the day after tomorrow. I have something to do tomorrow. The AI duck mostly worked. AI duck. Oh, I am very curious. What is the AI duck you're talking about? But yeah, mostly we are, as I said, we're learning how to use nvim. And the dogs are going crazy because you showed up. Oh yeah, we learned R was replace. Move the cursor to the first line of the marks, XX, and press this to replace more than one character. Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds very fun. Which AI model are you using for your duck? I am very curious. I know that some people like to use um, llama for their particular models because it's not as intense when running on a personal system and it's free. But I do also know some people who try to connect up their systems to like Grok or to ChatGPT. I worry about those users who connect their system to Grok though. Grok has been... The news about Grok always has me kind of scratching my head. Oh, here we go, here we go. Let's try this. Here we go. We'll Shift R, and then we will do 4, 5, 6. Ha! Oh. Oh no. Let's see here. Shift R, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And then Shift R, 5, 7, 9. And now let's go about deleting words. Oh, we don't want to delete that one. There we go. Perfect. Okay, nice. Started out with Llama 3.2, but switched to Gemini Flash 2.5. Oh, hey, that's quite fun. 2.5 I heard was quite good. Yeah, if I recall, Gemini 2.5, it's one of the newer models that came out recently. I tried to use 2.0, Flash 2.0 for doing... It was for translation work, and boy did it have trouble doing that. I think 2.5 is doing a much better job in translating. Free tokens via Google AI Studio. Oh, nice, nice. I'm kind of a goober when it comes to these things. I would like to have the model running on my own personal machine. So if I do start diving into trying to create an AI-based system, kind of like what you have, then I'm definitely going to get something from Hugging Face. I wonder if what's available there. Oh yeah, we need to do this. And I need to watch him. We'll keep those open for now. Here we go. I think there might be a fun AI model. 3B worked somewhat for well. That's good to hear. Oh, actually, did you see the recent... The turn-taking function didn't work. I wonder how to solve that. I wonder how to solve... I noticed that sometimes because I was trying to get the models to... again, I was trying to do translations, and after a certain point in time, it would just start going crazy. So instead of these long instances of working, I always would have to just reset it. Ah, now you're using Genma. Oh, you've been going all over the place. Text generation models. Quen. Oh, Quen's out. 4 days ago. Oh my. I don't know if I can... Oh, these are instructs. These are for writing code. I don't know if I would trust them for writing any code for me. Naver. Oh, Naver. For those who don't know, Naver is a mobile app company that wrote Line. Line's a very popular Asia-focused chatting system. Think of WhatsApp, but you know, for Asia. They're the owners of that. And what are you guys doing? Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, you're right. 4090. Sadly, I only have a 2060. I don't really have the processing capability. And don't get me started on this mini boxy I'm using right now. It has there's no way it's going to work. I'm actually a bit surprised. I know that DeepSeek, yeah, here we go, DeepSeek. This model right here, it is a... So for those who don't know much about models, models can come in all different types of flavors. One particular flavor that is popular is the area of expertise model. I think that might be what it's called. What it pretty much means is that it has different components that are trained on different knowledge bases. And having it set up like this, what it pretty much means is that all of the data involving biology is one model that it's trained on, and it makes up the whole unit. And by doing this, it effectively allows it to be a bit more advanced and a bit more targeted in answering questions with much less resource compilation or usage. I forgot the name of what the model's called, though. What I would like to do, I've installed paper recently. We are very off topic, but I saw a paper recently where they were able to, there it is. Mixture of experts, that's it. But yeah, I saw a paper recently which was talking about that what you could do with the models is you could take the outputs of a model, then train another model with those outputs, and recreate the logic within the first model. We kind of already knew this existed because of the fact that is exactly how DeepSeek was trained. Yeah, DeepSeek, where are you, DeepSeek? Here it is, DeepSeek right here. This was trained by taking all of the output from OpenAI and then training a llama model. I think it was a llama model. And then it started acting like ChatGPT and giving out a lot of the responses. In fact, for a short while, DeepSeek would even refer to itself as ChatGPT. Is this something else that can be done with... Because this was a recent paper which confirmed that this happens with AI models. I think my knowledge base about models is as deep as how recent the models have really been existing. I started learning about using them and messing with them back in 2023. So, yeah, I'm not that fluent in AI model usage as much as I would like to be. Yep. DeepSeek is a distilled OpenAI. And the paper kind of proved that the method that they did to distill it was exactly exactly the case. Anyway, let's get back to NeoVim. Yeah, let's get back to NeoVim. So what we're doing Command R. So instead what I'm going to do here, Shift R for replacing 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 9. And then we'll just and then we'll go, wasn't it delete D and what was delete to the rest end of the line? Delete money. There we go. Okay. Delete money. There we go. Okay. I accidentally got rid of the 9. Insert 9. There we go. I know. I like money too. It's annoying that this app keeps wanting me to delete money. Oh, I'm gonna go so poor. Shift D also works. Oh. I think that'll be better. Let's try that on this line here. Shift D. Oh, I like that better. I could save more monies that way. Okay, let's continue going down. Yeah, Y is for yank, P is for puts. Then we have set options. Set IC will ignore case. Now search for ignore again and oh, I see. So this is for doing set, we'll do the options. Yes, I remember that. I think it will... How far will it go? Oh, it'll go quite far. Actually, let's try something. Alright, it looks like it will go all the way back to the beginning. It has... I don't remember which language it was. Oh wait, actually I think I remember. It was GIMP. It's not a language, it was the program GIMP. So... GIMP is a photo editing software. It's a very good one too. However, it only remembers the last 50 undos that you do. And because of the training I learned when it came to digital editing, I usually go well above the 50 mark. So when I'm like, oh, I made an error, I need to undo and go all the way back, it's usually far gone. I wonder if there's a way to expand it at some point, but yeah. I can go into it if people are curious, but for now, let's continue with this. Ah, yeah, I see. Nice. So what prompted me to learn nvim? What prompted me is the fact that I want to start learning other programming languages. And pretty much that was it. I want to learn Golang, more about Golang than what I currently know. And I want to get back into programming in Java and C++. I have Minecraft mods I want to make in Java. And I have programs I want to write in Golang. And I want to hop back into C++ because I have a project I want to do for my wife. I have a lot of projects. And not enough time. And as such, I figured I should use a kind of universal IDE to mess with. Hence nvim. Because I don't think PyCharm will allow me to write Golang. And I don't think PyCharm will allow me to write C++. As I did mention, I could go into VS Code. I know that VS Code is quite a popular one, especially for game development. But as I mentioned, if I recall, my memory might be a bit faulty here, but if I recall, VS Code changed their terms of service, which said if you use it and you have AI tools on, which AI tools are default, then they can use the code that you write for training. And I'm not going to have that. No thanks to that. But again, my memory could be faulty there. I could be thinking of a different program that's doing that. But yeah, that's why I'm learning nvim. Let's see here. To save part of a file. Oh, saving part of a file. Press V to move the cursor to the 5th line. All right then. Oh, yes. We were just doing this. This was saving to a brand new file. Got it. Press V, go down. And then we simply push... then we push this symbol here, and then it will load up. There we go, yeah. So V, drag, colon, and then from here we can save to wherever we want. Have to remember, after we do the save, then we need to do colon, exclamation, remove, and then we type in the file name. So temp, whatever the file will be. Otherwise, we'll have a lot of junk show up in our program. Especially if we use this. Retrieving and merging files. Actually, I wonder, does nvim integrate with Git? That is not correct. Training on your code is opt-in. All right. Thanks for updating me on that. Good to know. I see. All right. So you do have... Okay, then. So they are nice enough that you can... They are nice enough that you can opt out. It's automatically opt out of code sharing. I know that when I was... It was in my previous job. They were very adamant about making sure no one used VS Code because of the fact they were afraid of this exact thing. But apparently they didn't have to worry too much because it was an opt-out feature. You have to opt in to use it. Yeah, originally I want... Man, my previous workplace was so weird. They asked me to set up the computer to use it. So I do what I normally do. I installed Spider. At the time I was using VS Code actually. So I installed VS Code. I am trying to use VS Code to interface with Godot so I could make a game. One of the projects that have been long since shelved. But I digress. I installed VS Code, and then they went around and said, no, you need to install these things instead. Like, why did you make me waste half a day installing crap if you already had something set up or wanting me to set up? Just tell me what to set up first. A weird job. Let's see here. So O is open a line below. Oh, yes. We were just talking about that. This was going to be very useful. And then I is just insert. Actually, I wonder. Capital O is the line above. Ooh. I like that. Ooh, I like that. Raccoon above. Okay, then. Actually, I kind of... Anyway, so I is insert directly on the line, O is do it below, and then Command or Shift O is doing it above. Okay. I was just sitting there thinking, wouldn't it be fun if I push O to be insert, and then I could push like Shift O to go up, and then maybe Control O to go down, but I don't think that would be wise, because I bet Control O does something else. Or I could combine them all on the single I. I guess we'll just stick to learning the defaults for now. And we have ads going to start in a minute, which is very annoying. Control O jumps to the previous file. Oh, I see. I see. I'm going to have to remember that the control commands will be very different from the... Yeah, the control commands will be very different. Oh, I keep hitting that button. Okay, the control commands will be very different from the shift commands. It's kind of like learning... Well, if for those who know Japanese or know anything about the Japanese written language, fortunately they have turbo. Ooh, I'll have to look into that. I wonder what that is. But yeah, for those who are unfamiliar with Japanese, they actually have 3 different ways of writing their characters, their written language. And sometimes video games like to hop between the 3. It really depends on how they're trying to portray a character. That's kind of what it feels like right here, right now. I have kanji, and then I have... Is it katakana? Is the other one? Anyway. You don't even think about it anymore. Yes, yes. As I mentioned, I have stuff to do tomorrow, so we can't start programming tomorrow, but I think I might be able to do programming on Wednesday, so we definitely will do some programming Wednesday. Shift R is replace more than... Oh yeah, capital R will shift more than one character. It sets up replace mode. Yeah, replace mode. You can replace the XXX. Alright, so let's go do that. 5, 7, 9. Oop. 5. Oh, I think I might have hit another button. Oh, I did. I wonder what I hit. Okay, then. Shift R. Oh, let's undo. Oh, what did I do? Okay, let's okay then. I think I hit the caps lock on accident. Okay, Shift R. 579. There we go. And then yank and put. Press A and then type a second and escape to leave insert mode. Oh yeah. A second. There we go. And then I can simply yank it. So Y, A, P. Oh, it's all about the space. It's all about the line separation. Interesting. All right. That means I'll have to rethink how I do the line separation in my code. Yank. Aha, and then we can simply, we'll put that here. Oh. Maybe we'll do a capital P. Oh, that's before the line. Alright then, so how do I... Okay, so how do I just put it on the actual line we want? I think we saw that earlier. Insert. Not Shift P, it's not P. Okay. Let's go up and... What was that again? Twitch Turbo equals no ads on. Oh, hey, nice. You have I get it, I get it. Yeah, I am a bit, as I said, I need context a bit here and there. Because, let me show you why. When I see turbo, it can mean a variety of different things. This is one reason why I said I'll have to look it up. Twitch Turbo. So, the very first thing I thought of was this. The turbo button. I had a computer which used to have this button right here. The turbo button. It is a very special button. It makes your computer run faster. It pretty much makes your computer go turbo. Because back then, a lot of weird shenanigans happened with code where if the processing rate was too fast, it would actually start messing up. So you needed a way to slow your computer down for certain sets of code to run properly, and then you could speed it up for other sets of code to run properly. Effectively, it was a toggle switch for your processor. So that's the very first thing I thought of when I saw turbo. And then the next one I thought of was... is that how I spell his name? There it is. This guy, Turbo. Anyway. Yes, it is a blast from the past. When I was younger, I always wondered what was the point of the button. Now that I'm older, I learned all about why it exists, and it was very fascinating. Back in a time when it was truly the Wild West of technology, you could have operating systems that ran on completely different versions of the exact same software. Thus, nothing would translate properly. I think not Visual Basic, but I want to say Microsoft Basic, but I'm trying to think, I think it was Microsoft Basic. I forget its name exactly, but Microsoft wrote a standard version of their programming language, which a lot of people ended up adopting at some point, because the writing BASIC on Atari, or writing BASIC on Commodore, or even writing BASIC on Windows was all radically different. It was crazy. None of it translated. None of the keybinds, not how the processor functioned. Truly the Wild West. Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out how to paste this on the exact line. P puts it at the bottom, and Shift P puts it at the top. I don't think it would be O, Shift O, alright, no. Maybe if we type in that P, no. Why don't we look for put? Let's see here. Put it back. So just type P. Text before, text after. All right. Paste the text. Again, that's just P. Put the line below the cursor. All right. Now, how do we put it on the cursor? Puts the text after the cursor. No. I wonder if there has to be a way to actually put it on the cursor. Yank W is yank one word. All right. I'm not seeing it. And I just noticed that we cycled back through the lines. So, all right. It should show up at some point. We'll figure it out later. Let's get back to where we were. So we were actually a little bit low, weren't we? Actually, you would think that they would actually have how to put it here in this area. So I have a suspicion that it might be. Yeah, I have a suspicion that it might not exist. All right then. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's go ahead and copy the highlighted text. So we'll do YW. YW. There we go. Now let's head down. Paste. Oh, I get it. It's probably because I copied even the... I get it, I get it. I copied the line break as well, didn't I? Good to know. Okay, then. That explains why it kept going below. And then if I type in... Let's go up one, and then Shift P. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, I feel a bit dumb now. It's good to know. Be sure to remember about line breaks. So set IC will be ignore case, and then HL search and IN search. So this is all about setting different commands and functions. And then here we go. O is inserts. Shift O is insert below. A is insert after the cursor, while Shift A is inserts text after the end of the line. E is move. E are commands to move to the end of the word. All right. Oh, I see. Oh. Fun, fun. So, if that's E, what's W? Kind of something similar. Shift E. Nope. Still going forward. R should be replace, and then Shift R. All right. Anyway, we can figure that out a bit later. Set NOIC, which will be switch the option off, and then preparand INV will invert an option. INV IC, no IC. No IC is a slang in Hong Kong. That is funny. I don't think most people know that, but yeah, no IC is a slang in Hong Kong. I wish I could remember what the Cantonese is right now, but you translate it to no IC, and it usually means something was so stupid that you cover your eyes and go, "Oh my. Oh my." So yeah, oftentimes you'll see no IC. In Hong Kongese will say it. Let's see here. Oh, and there's the help commands, which we already know. Control D, and then Tab will show the press Tab, and nvim will show you a menu with possible completions. So type ED, and then Tab. Ah, I see. Nice. And then we can go up and down. Oh, not up and down. We continue typing. Got it. So, how about we go with then? Oh, I know. We'll type in that. We'll type in S command. Samba. Oh. S tab. And then let's see here. Trying to go up and down, but I don't think it allows me, so I just need to be sure to remember the commands. So S E A. Ah, there's a search. Interesting. Okay then. Have I tried NeoVim File Explorer? I have not. Yeah, I don't think I have tried NeoVim File Explorer. Oh, are you talking about Telescope, which is SF? I have used this. Oh, I see. Type Command EX. Got it. Let's try that. Command EX. All right. And then from here we can type... Oh, that is actually quite interesting. It looks like it opened up an Explorer type... Man, they put a lot of effort into this program, didn't they? It's kind of like an all-in-one. I use this for deleting and making files. Ah. Let's see here. Can I... If I type in dash... Dash. So dashes go up in the directories. X is special, S is sort by, R is rename. This is quite fun. So this is my own little Explorer file. You know what? This actually saves... I will have to remember this because what I often find myself doing is just typing LL all the time. LL, LL, LL. So this would actually make things a lot easier. And I bet if I press enter on... Yeah. Okay then. Nice. We'll still have to push dash to go back. Lua. I will have to remember this. Now, let's see. How do we quit? I guess type... Go back to where we want to go. Tutor. Let's see here. We were around 700, I think. Again, so many functions in this. It is crazy. I'm kind of... Again, because I'm quite, I want to program. I want to have fun more with programming. I've been trying to think of a lot of different things to do. And one of the first things I started thinking of was, I wonder if... Oh, insert joke about nobody knowing how to quit nvim here. Fun. Oh yeah. I hate to admit it, but when I first installed nvim, I had no clue about the command functions. And so I was trying to figure out, how do I insert? How do I say? How do I even quit? My go-to method for quitting was to just close the terminal and then reload it back up. Man, who would have... TJ, I think he's the creator of nvim? Or, okay, he's currently the maintainer of nvim. I ended up watching his video, which it was kind of like a good in-depth tutorial explaining a lot of the basic functions and the setup. It actually helped out quite a lot. It was actually that video where I learned I can type in :tutor and actually find this thing. Yeah, I mentioned it on last stream. I really enjoy listening to the... What do they call themselves? Primogen, one of the prominent programmers on YouTube, he has a lineup where him and 3 other programmers talk, and I'm trying to still learn names. I remember TJ because he was brought up last stream. So I will learn the other ones eventually, but there's Primogen, TJ, the guy who wrote the code about compiling. He wrote an entire thing about how to do compiling. I think it was... let's see here. I don't remember the name of the file, but so let's see. But I think... Not that one. Where are you? I'm going to have to bookmark it. I am going to have to bookmark it. I know exactly how to find it if we go to the Primogen's website. I can just show you who the people are. I have to... Let's see here. Hi, Primogen. Very fun watching his videos. He is a very loud guy. Oh, he loves to scream. There he is, that guy. Him. Yeah, that guy right there on the right. He wrote a program, a software that you can use online where you can take your code. You can basically whatever code you write in. It could be Python code. Casey, yeah. Casey, thank you. I will remember it at some point. But Casey wrote a program that you can actively use right now where you can go in, look at your code that you write in C++, in Python, in Golang, whatever language you have, and then see how the processor is breaking it down into assembly language and how it will end up functioning. It's a very fun tool to play with. It's very fun listening because he's a very fun listening to him because he's very smart about programming. And it feels like he actively does not want to implement anything involving AI into anything he works with. If I remember between the four, I think TJ said he uses it about like 30%. Primogen said he used AI about 40%. The other guy, let's see, does he show up? Let's hop in here and see if I can see the fourth guy. Where are you? Okay, he's not here. There's a fourth guy in here. I remember him because his joke is that he never changes his password for anything he does. So he uses the same password everywhere. And he said that he used it around like 70% of the time. And Casey said 0. He refuses to use it. There he is, that guy. This guy up in the top corner. The joke is that he never changes his password. But yeah, it's fun listening to them talk, especially about technology and such. Oh boy. I have horror stories about something similar to that. It is not nearly as bad. I was trying to use AI to write. Actually, I can show you right now. Let's see here. SF. Enum. Let's see. Here it is. Enum fields. So I didn't actually know how to implement this, but I thought it was actually a very good idea when I saw it being implemented before. And the idea is that you have enums, which are hard-coded, defined variables that have to be used anywhere you want to use. And I thought it would be great to use these for storing very important information, because the last thing I want to do is have a typo or a typing error and thus mess up my entire database. So here I am thinking I'm going to create an enum map field. It's going to be an extension of the dictionary field, and all you need to do is put in your enum. It will then go through and parse everything out, keep track of what you want. If you're messing in, if it's down here, yeah, right here. So if you're here messing with Python, then it will convert it back to an enum for you, so that you won't have to worry about finding it. Likewise, if you're going to save it to your Mongo engine, it will then convert it. This code right here, you'll see it will convert it into a string, since Mongo engine can't use enums, these special objects, for tracking in a database. So here I am, like, how am I supposed to do this? I know. I will ask AI. It might notify me on how to do it. So it proceeded to give me this code. I had to ask 5 times because it gave me a bunch of dog doo-doo for the first 3 times. And eventually it gave me something that made me go, okay, I can take this and modify it and get it to work. So here I am. I set it up. I run it. It looks perfect. It saves the first time. And then afterwards, okay then. Now that I have this, I want to modify the file and then save it. Error. Mongo engine file type does not have reverse DB. I even put it up on Stack Overflow to show the error. Let's see here. Because this AI, this AI. Let's see here. Do I see it? No, that's not it. Okay, I wonder how am I going to find it. The main point is that whenever I would run this code, it would throw out an error saying could not save. The file or the file type did not have the property reverse dictionary. And it kept saying none type, which means it was just cycling through and it could not succeed in it at all. I wonder if I could find it if I look for the newest one. Well, actually, this is actually quite an old one. MongoDB. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to bother looking for it. The main point is, I tried to get the AI to solve this problem. I tried ChatGPT, I tried Gemini, I tried Grok, I tried Grok 4.0 when it came out, and not a single one knew how to fix this reverse DB problem. So I scoured through, and eventually I found out that, let's see here, we're looking for the service now. I don't think it's the, is it? Yeah, here it is, this one. I found out that, here it is. It doesn't seem to work. It's been a glitch that's been around for like 3 years. And I have to run through and actually update each individual field in order for it to work. So by writing this little bit of code right here, oh, whoops. So by writing this little bit of code right here, what I was effectively able to do was get around this problem. But still to this hour, I cannot get ChatGPT to figure out how to modify my enums so that I can just tell it to doc.save. And it was infuriating because it really messed up my progress when I was coming to writing my database. Anyway, let's get back here. So yeah, I can if I'm going to use AI, it's really to be asking very stupid questions. Like, what does this mean? And then I can then go verify it once it gives me kind of a thread to follow. I'm not letting it write any more of my code because it might throw me into the deep end. Oh, awesome, Zach. You know who, he's a mutual of yours. That's very fun. Have you tried using Pydantic? I have not tried using Pydantic. I will have to. There's a lot of things I haven't used. I haven't used Pydantic. I've heard about agents, but I will have to try and use them. I am interested in setting up an agent. If I do set up an agent, it's going to purely be for trying to do a bunch of other things. For instance, I want to decompile old games for translating purposes. There are so many old Japanese games that I want to play, and I have a strong suspicion that I will never get to play them because I might be the only one who's invested in learning how to play, who is invested in playing them. So I'm going to have to do it myself. So if I do go into agents, it might be for that project right there. Decompiling old games. I actually, one of the programs that I asked AI to write once, I asked it to do something very simple, and then it copied and pasted the exact set of code like 6 or 7 times when they could have just created a function and then referenced it. So then I told them that they should do that. So it just deleted the function entirely, and then as soon as I told it to correct it and reduce noise in the code, it just started deleting things and everything stopped working. So hopefully, yeah, I've had lots of interesting experiences with AI. And I need to remember, I wanted to press Shift and press down key, because that's how you usually do it in Windows, but in this case it's V. All right, Shift. We already did that, and we did that. Set options. I think I'll worry more about that when the time comes. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it. Thinking about it, I actually might already want to do that. That set IC. Okay then. Now, if I type that, raccoon, and oh, okay, so search is still type sensitive. Got it. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Let's go back. Oh. Control O. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. IC, LS, LHS. So here we go. What does this do? When search, did I actually mistype it? Pattern not found. Set IC, ignore case. And then from here, RAC, all right. All right, I'll have to figure that out. For now, let's just keep going down. It is now 5:37. I think I'm going to have to hop off in the next 5 minutes. I need to head out and I need to get some stuff. But, as I said, I think I might be ready to dive headfirst in and start with programming. Yeah, so let's see here. Oh, I am getting a phone call. I wonder what this number is. I think I will ignore it. If it calls me again, then I'll pick it up. Too much spam here in Hong Kong. We'll get phone calls upon phone calls about, do you want to borrow money? Do you want to take out a loan? Actually, I'm quite fortunate actually, because sometimes the spam, they will be more along the lines of, we have kidnapped your child, send us money now, or we'll be forced to just do something horrible to your kid. And I'll be sitting there thinking, one, I have no clue what you're saying, and two, I have no kids. What is this? It is ludicrous. You'd be amazed how just saying I don't speak the language can make a lot of these people go away. It's crazy if you look at how complicated some of the scams are getting recently, and there are some people who they will call your phone number. They will then record the voice of whoever answers it, and then they will call the phone number again later, hoping for someone else, so that they can play AI-generated voices of the person who picked up last time and say, hey, help me, help me, Dad, I've been kidnapped. Please send money to the address here in unmarked bills. It's getting quite crazy over here. Let's see here. We want to make a file, so I can do nvim. It is very, yeah, any way to scam out money, I guess. So nvim, and we'll call this start. Okay, perfect. Now, if this was Python, I could easily just start writing code. I can do imports. I can do something like import pandas as PD, and then pd.read csv .csv, and then from here I can then proceed to put in my file name, which would be taco salad .csv, something like that. But this is going to be purely a Go project, so I think what I'm going to do here, let's see here. What I'm going to do here is we're going to I think I'll spend this tonight reading up on Go so I can start practicing it. As I said, tomorrow I have an interview, actually. Since I'm in between jobs, someone's actually interested in talking to me, so I'm going to interview tomorrow. And then I have a second interview in the morning on Wednesday. So tomorrow I won't be programming, but Wednesday I will be. Because it's in the because the second interview is in the morning. I like mornings more than evenings, so yes. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, hoping for the best. But I will, if it doesn't work out, then I will still have fun with my code. I plan to continue programming, even if I get the job. If I don't, I have the itch to code. I want to learn. Anyway, I shall hop off now. It's been fun hanging out with everyone. And I'll see all you programmers on Wednesday. Until then, have a good one. Have a good morning. Have a good night. Wherever you may be, have a good one. Thanks. Laters. Oh, no. Dogs. No. They're going crazy. They are going... Laters. See you later, Ren. See you later, Zacher. And everyone else hanging out on stream. Laters.